told you, she's a monster.
Yeah.
She'd go on stage with her purse on, just clutching her purse on stage and murder, dude.
Oh, yeah.
She'd murder. Here's, listen to Tiffany.
Oh, she ready.
You look so good. So you have like 30 seconds to chat really quick?
Yeah.
So talking about Kevin Hart roast, right?
Yes, it was so much fun.
So Lonnie Love didn't think so. Lonnie Love was like, you know what, it's exhausting, it's edgy. Specifically about the George Floyd joke. What are you thinking? Is it just comedy? Should they have been a little less...
I think it should have been shorter. The show was too long.
Okay.
I mean, I was sitting there the whole time. I had to pee. I didn't hear the George Floyd joke because I had to pee so bad.
So you went to the bathroom with
yeah,
that?
I was a glorified seat filler, and I was tired.
Well, also, I mean, Lonnie and other people were like, oh, maybe it was a little too racially motivated. What do you think as far as like the jokes? Is this just comedy, or are people taking it too seriously?
Is this all comedians saying it that wasn't invited?
That's the fucking comedian Tiffany Haddish.
Bro, that was her version of the Sean O'Malley walk-off KO.
I love it. I love it, man. And you never forget those people that actually are answering honestly and real.
Well, real comics.
And again, it's the same thing for 100%. She's not only is it a fun walk-off home run, but she's also 100% correct. There's nobody that was there that was offended. There was no ruckus there. It's just like everything else where you leave and you go, huh, this thing's kind of crazily taking off, it seems. A lot of people are talking about that one joke at the end. It's so weird.
Well, we live in an outrage culture, and an outrage. There's money in outrage. There's engagement in outrage. Outrage is it's the commodity that everybody wants.
Yeah.
They want to be outraged.
Oh, yeah.
And they want to be right. And if you're outraged and you've got a good point, you just ride that fucking thing for as much juice as you can get out of it, and then you move on to the next thing.
Yep.
What are you mad at now?
There's never, in any of these things, there's never a moment where I'm like, okay, this could cause a problem. It's never been that way.
While it's happening.
It was high fives.
Yeah.
High fives and laughter after my 3 p.m. set in a half-filled Madison Square Garden waiting for the 8 p.m. arrival of Trump to speak. I'm, on a 34-person lineup. Everyone was thrilled. Way to get the crowd going. I mean, we're just getting the party started. The lights were up. Like, it obviously wasn't the best position for me on that lineup, but the same exact thing. And then it's like a little bit later, you realize like, oh, they're making a news story about the Puerto Rico joke of all things. So interesting.
I told you that joke was going to be a problem.
Yeah.
I would have never told you to do that joke during that, but I told you that was going to be a problem in your act.
It wasn't supposed to be in my original thing for that. It was a last second filler because they gave me more time than everybody. It was a very bizarre thing. They gave me more time for every bizarre thing.
First of all, the idea that you would go on after someone, like who went on before you? Stephen Miller?
No, not
who
even.
Was it?
It was the national anthem with a guy painting a thing. Actually, no, he went on after me. I went on right after the national anthem.
But someone had some kind of a like rah-rah speech. Make America great again.
I wish there was. That all came like way after me, which is crazy. They just had me on the wrong position on the thing, and
you should only do stand-up where people are doing stand-up.
Totally.
It doesn't work.
Totally.
It's like, but you got to say.
But then again, it did work in-house. The place isn't mic'd for stand-up comedy or lit for stand-up or anything like it.
No, they were laughing.
They were having a good old time.
Well, they're probably happy that something wasn't stiff and boring.
Right.
Like taxes and fucking
right.
tariffs.
I mean, Rudy Giuliani went on like 3 hours after me.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was a nuts all day. It was a super long thing. My point being is that it always surprises me that I'm the news, even though because if someone else said it, if it was a politician that did it or someone else, or someone high up in the administration, that would make sense. Same thing with the roast. If it was a clean comedian, right? If Nate Bargatze or Jim Gaffigan were on it and they said that, that's crazy. Me saying it, that's normal.
They don't know that though. See, the thing is, it's like you've achieved a level of fame that like really snuck up on people over the last couple of years. It's because the rise of Kill Tony has been completely organic. Like, there's been no promotion of Kill Tony that made it become what it is. It's all just people sharing it on YouTube, sharing it online. That's all it is. Clips and these moments, you know, and then, you know, obviously the Shane moments and all the Kyle Dunnigan. It's been just so many amazing moments. It's such a good show. It came organically. And then you got to this point over the last couple of years of like, oh, we got to pay attention to this fucking guy. And then and then after they started attacking you from the White House thing, or the Madison Square Garden thing rather, which was 2024, then it was on. Then it's on like Donkey Kong, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that's 2 years later. So now you're a guy that they go to, like, to get mad at. And there's a bunch of people like that online that's their business. Their business is people are mad at them. They have hot takes. People are mad at them.
Yeah.
I mean, so you've fallen into that category. And so there's going to be people that genuinely don't like what you did and don't like you, and then there's going to be people that are just using it as a commodity. They're just using it as outrage, which is part of what the game is. You know, this is what they do, and their engagement, you know, fucking game that they play, and it's kind of what we do in the joke game.
Yeah.
You know, you get engagement, you get people to laugh. You say outrageous things that you don't even really mean, but it's because it's a funny thing to say. It's just like I always say, Bob Marley didn't really shoot the sheriff. You know that, right?
Right.
It's like, it's just jokes.
Exactly.
Like, when you say inappropriate shit on purpose, I mean, that is, like, everybody used to know that. Like, Louis C.K. was a very left-wing progressive guy when he was saying really fucked up things that he didn't mean on purpose because they were funny.
Yeah.
Like, that was what he did. And everybody was fine with it until somewhere around, it seems like it was like 2016, 2000, like it started to turn a corner where it became like people are starting to take these things as statements rather than as comedy material. And they started trying to pretend that the person really means this. Like, that's where it got crazy. And that happened around the time where social media really came into prominence. Because before that, there was no real avenue to do that. There's no real avenue to pretend you were really deeply upset.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's some people that were upset, but there's also a lot of like people that are just ill. They're online all the time on these social media apps just arguing and spitting out venom and yelling at people, and they yell at them. It's like they're in hell all day long. And anytime something comes along they could be upset at, they have to have their take. They have to have that hot take.
Yeah.
And if their hot take gets engagement, they're all looking at their likes, and they
yeah.
just start re-engaging with that subject and going back on it, and this is the real problem. Okay. Good
Yeah.
luck with that. That's bad for your head, kid.
Right. Exactly.
Very bad for your head. All those people that I know that are like, especially comics that are doing it, the comics that are doing it, almost all of them don't have good careers. No, all of them.
Right.
None of them have like impressive careers, especially compared to their contemporaries that are doing well. And then on top of it, they're all mentally ill. They're all people that are fucking filled up with pharmaceuticals, and they're going to therapy. They're like literally mentally ill, and they're online talking about fascists.
Right.
You know, like, stop.